Perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
5 yards remain on second down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama, inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson off play action. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shalik Calhoun. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And his kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be dreaming.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against him?
Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their #1 goal was to get him to 3rd down and long situations. Not 3rd and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations, because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Second down at 7.
Watch 54. Rip left, rip left. Attack, attack. Twist. Watch the twist.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Watch the slant. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Let's go, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 99.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Come on, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, 43, 15. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
You got tight right there. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Jim.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got it.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
54 Mike. Right here. Hello. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelce was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A quick pass out to Juju. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU, wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury. And these two continue to work so well together. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Maybe the best quarterback and tight end in the game today. 105 catches for Kelce last year. 2nd among NFL tight ends.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
I'm coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the safety creep. Yellow. Check 52. Check 3. Check 3.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have. Had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, I'm K-43. Bang, 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 bang.
Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 31. Check 31. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, and Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Check 13. 36.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Double dog. That's the way. Check 15.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Get the ball. Mike's 5-4. All day, baby. All day.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll go down at the 28.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, watch that. Yellow.
Right, 54. Get your swerve on.
Attack.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Mahomes now to throw. Jones has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go, D. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the slant.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Slam.
On first down, it's Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 22, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Touchdown! It's complete. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Single the slot. 24's on the move. 24's on the move. Got double tight.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. And 96 is coming. We gonna fight 96. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Again, it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dwayne Eskridge. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally, he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I got you.
Yellow.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
15, 15.
Check your hot read. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Right there. 54 Mike. Check safety, check
15.
15.
15.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
You mine. Mike 28. Mike 28. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
15. 15.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yellow.
54 Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Chiefs, they begin their drive for a 3rd straight AFC title with a Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.